Hi everyone, I'm here today with another crap products. You guys seem to really enjoy these videos and I've been more mindful of the products that I have that I just really don't like, and I usually would just throw them away and like never talk about them. But you guys liked it so much that I figured I will share with you guys products that did not work for me. Now, just because I think that they are crap or disappointing or I don't like them, if you like them, continue to use them. My opinion is not the end-all be-all of whether a makeup product is good or bad or whatever. So I feel like it's kind of like silly that I even have to say that, but I don't want anyone to be offended if I don't like a product that you guys like, because I know one of the products y'all like because y'all recommended it to me and it was a hot mess. So we're just gonna get into that in a few minutes. But first we're gonna start off with some hair products. These ones were fails for me. The first is the Strivectin All Smooth Conditioner and Shampoo. Now, I really liked their volume one. I had it in an empties video a few months ago. Really loved that. I loved the volumizing one. I have used smoothing shampoos and conditioners before and it has been fine. I honestly prefer volumizing, but I have used nourishing and smoothing and my hair has been fine. This, however, made my hair so heavy and so flat and limp, and just, you know how some shampoos and conditioners, especially conditioners, if you use too much, like your hair just is heavy and it has that really weird texture to it, almost where it like clumps together and is kind of piecey. That's what this shampoo and conditioner did. I've used it about 5 or 6 times. Every time I had the same issue. So it's not that I don't know how to wash my hair or I don't know how to rinse properly. Trust me, I've been washing my hair since I was probably like, I don't know, when do you start washing your own hair? 7 or so? It's been a long time I've been washing my hair. This, however, no bueno for me. You guys know I am like the queen of dry shampoo. I have tried so many of them. My favorite still to this day is the Perfect Day Dry Shampoo from Living Proof. It literally just, it's so good. So here are some that were not so good. So the first one is this BioSilk Revive Dry Clean Shampoo. I got this at TJ Maxx. You know, I used to be a hardcore BioSilk girl, like back in the day. Do you remember the BioSilk oil? Like every hair salon used it. It was like all the rage when we started like putting highlights in our hair and curling our hair. You had the BioSilk oil. Do y'all remember that? If you remember that, give me a thumbs up and an amen, because BioSilk oil was like the ish back then. Everybody used it. So anyways, I like had this very like nostalgic moment when I saw BioSilk, because I think that was the only BioSilk product I'd ever used. So I wanted to try this and it's awful. It made my hair greasy. My roots were just oily. I actually used this. Sometimes I'll use dry shampoo if I've washed my hair and blow dried it and it's like a little bit soft in my roots and I just need some like texture and some volume. So I have really soft roots sometimes, depending on my shampoo and conditioner. I haven't had a root lifter lately, so that's kind of been the issue. So I will sometimes put some dry shampoo just in my roots to kind of give it a little oomph. This made my roots wet and greasy and awful. So I would not recommend this. I got it at TJ Maxx. I'm sure you can get it anywhere that they sell BioSilk. But if you see it, I would just pass, keep walking, because it's not very good. The next is this Rockaholic Dirty Secret Dry Shampoo. Another one I just didn't really like. It didn't do anything for my hair. It didn't make my hair have volume. It didn't like soak up any oils. It just kind of left it wet and greasy looking. Almost like I poured like, both of these were almost like I had poured some sort of oil in my hands and then like zhuzhed it in my roots. Like as if I thought I was using texturizer and I actually used argan oil. Like it just made them really greasy and piecey and limp and gross. So these I'll pass on. So if you're needing a good dry shampoo, I would personally recommend the Living Proof Dry Shampoo. It's pretty amazing. Also the Nirvana, White Nirvana or Black Nirvana from Elizabeth and James. That one is really good. I feel like I'm missing another really good one, but the Perfect Day Dry Shampoo, you buy that and you'll never need any other dry shampoo because it's just perfect. Okay. The next is a self tanner. Now I really liked the Mystic Tan that they sent me, but they also sent me VersaTan. Now there's a tanning place here in town where you can get spray tans, and they have a Versa booth and a Mystic booth. I always go to the Mystic booth because it always tans me good. Every time I go to the Versa booth, it's streaky, it doesn't look good, it doesn't last long, and I don't like what it does to my skin. So I feel like that should have been a clue. So this is the Versa Spa Bronzing Mist Lasting Radiance Marine Algae Infused Rejuvenate Skin Beautiful Tan. No, no, it's not. Some people love the VersaTan. For me, it just does not work. So it did give me a dark tan. However, it settled into every pore on my body. So for example, maybe TMI, but I'm gonna share it anyways, because this made my chest area look horrendous. So you know how you have little pores on your chest and on your ladies? Well, every little spot that there's like, you know, we all have hair all over our body. They're just like little fine hairs. So like all right here, this makes me sound like I have like a hairy chest. I really don't have a hairy chest. You know how you just have like little pores all over your body? Every little pore, there was brown dots all over my chest and they wouldn't go away. Like I had to scrub the tan completely off for those little brown dots to go away. That was problem number one. Problem number two is that it made my hands look like they were 90 years old. It did. It settled into every pore on my hand. It made my hands extremely dry looking, almost like to where they were ashy. It was so weird. There's very few self-tanners that I don't like. This is one of them because I felt like it just made me look old. It settled into every single pore on my body, so I had random weird black dots everywhere or brown dots, and I just can't be having that with my self-tanner. So this is a pass. It's a full can. And it is a spray, which I do like sprays and I like mousses, but this one is just not good. So I did not like it. I would not recommend this one. All right, the next is this little baby, and I've only tried it twice, but both times I was not super like in love with it. It was sent to me, so this will be stuff that is purchased by me as well as stuff that was sent. This was sent to me. This was also sent to me. And this was sent to me. The rest is stuff that I've purchased. This is the IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Compact. It is their Solid Super Serum, SPF 50. It has sunscreen in it, anti-aging armor, regenerative concentrate. So this is a solid or a cream foundation. Now I was really excited about this because I'm a huge fan of IT Cosmetics. I really love their IT Cosmetics CC cream. They have a foundation that I have used and I like that. This, and maybe it's because it's like the serum in it. Well, no, because I feel like the other stuff has the serum in it too. Anyways, really there's not very much of IT Cosmetics that I do not like. This, however, was one of them. It settled into every pore. It settled and accentuated every fine line. And it got really oily and really greasy on me very, very quick. Now, I don't have oily skin. I have kind of combo skin, a little bit dry. There are some areas that get a tad bit oily, mainly my T-zone. So I'm kind of combo, but more on the like normal side. I'm not overly dry, I'm not overly oily. However, this made me very oily. It says it's for all skin types. It made me very oily. It also made my skin look wrinkly and a lot of pores. So not my favorite. I don't know how much more use I'll get out of it. I might try it one or two more times with some other primers, but the 2 times I wore it, it did not look great on me. So I'm just gonna put that out there. I did not like the way it looked on me. Since we're on foundations, let's keep it rolling. You guys don't hate me, do not hate me. I tried it because you told me to, and it didn't work. This is the Stay Gorgeous, Ready Set Gorgeous from CoverGirl. These were on clearance for $3.48 at Target. I don't know if it's being discontinued or repackaged or renamed or what, but I got the shade 210 and 205. So I put them on my face and I was like, oh, this color is actually like a little bit light. Awesome. I'll just, you know, bronze up my face or whatever, like I usually do if a foundation is a little bit too light. No big deal. I work with that stuff all the time. However, I had to drive to Sacramento and pick up Ted from the airport. And so I'm just driving along. I'm not really paying attention. I'm not looking in my mirror. And then I pull up to the airport and I like check to like make sure my lips look good because it's a 2.5 hour drive. So I've had this on, you know, a couple hours. I pull up to the airport, pull down the mirror to like check and make sure I look good for him because I haven't seen him in 12 days. And my face was orange. My face was orange. This oxidized, I'm not even kidding, probably 5 shades darker. Like when I put it on, it was too light. It was lighter than my neck because I had self-tanner on. And then in a matter of hours, it had Oompa Loompa'd me to the extreme of being orange and being darker than the rest of my body. I don't know how it happened, but it did, and it was horrible. So this was a big fail for me. I've not seen my skin that shade of orange ever in my life. So this did not work for me. I'm really happy for those of you that love it. I was really excited to try it because y'all said it was like your holy grail. For me, it was an Oompa Loompa mess. So I'm gonna have to pass on that. Next is another foundation. This is the Perfection Lumiere Long Wearing Flawless Fluid Makeup. This is in 30 Beige. I've had this for a while. It's supposed to be their long wearing full coverage foundation. It is full coverage. However, this gets so greasy on me. It's supposed to be long wearing. I know it's not like a matte foundation, but it's gotta like hold it together. But in my T-zone, this just breaks up like crazy. Again, not an oily girl, so I don't understand what the issue is. But I kept going back and like, why haven't I used this? You know, I bought this a while ago. Why haven't I used it? There's still a lot of product left. I'm remembering why I don't like it is because it doesn't last on my skin. It just gets oily. It looks super cakey. This foundation, you gotta be careful what you lay over this. This is not a foundation that you wanna be putting on like a ton of concealer and then some powder, some cream, whatever. It does not work well with other products. It doesn't play well. You know, some foundations you can do like your concealer and you can do all your stuff and it doesn't look cakey. This gets cakey real quick, really fast. You have to use like minimal everything to pile on top of this. So it's kind of a problem because I like my products and I like to just pile crap on my face and I still don't want it to look cakey, and this looks cakey if I even just put concealer on. So pass for me. Goodbye. Don't like it. The next is this Bobbi Brown Intensive Serum Foundation. I bought this a while ago. I used it once. Haven't used it in a while. I pulled it out again yesterday and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give that a go again. Like, I'm gonna try this out again. I went online, I thought maybe I haven't used it because the shade is wrong. It's in the shade Natural 4. For some reason, Sephora only carries 2 shades now, which is super weird. It's like a very light shade and a very dark shade. I don't know if they're discontinuing this or whatever. The bottle is very nice. It's very heavy. It's like a glass bottle with a dropper. You guys know I love the serum foundations. Perricone MD. Whew! The No Foundation foundation is like my jam. I love that for the summer. I actually should buy some more because I'm out. But anyways, first of all, the color is kind of weird, but I was like, you know, I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work. It's a little bit yellow. When it went onto my skin, it was very yellow. For some reason, self-tanner pulls really yellow on my hands, but not on the rest of my body. Does anyone know why that is? I don't know, but anyway, so I put it on my hand. I'm like, it's kind of like yellowy, but I'll make it work. I'll make it work on my skin. I did. I made it work and it looked fine. Give it a few hours and it made me orange. It made me very, very orange. Oompa Loompa orange. And I'm like, you know what? I kind of remember that doing it the other time I wore this. So this is a fail for me. Oxidizes like crazy. It went from yellow to orange in a hot second. And it's very expensive. It's $65. So I'd pass on this. If you want to spend a bunch of money on 65 bucks for a foundation, I would recommend the Giorgio Armani. That one's great. Even the Giorgio Armani Maestro, Maestro. That one's like a serum-y foundation. Way better. This, I'd pass. Moving on. The next thing is a face product. This is the Jordana Sculpt and Go Creamy Contour Stick. This is newer. I got this recently from Walgreens. Not a fan of it. I really wanted to like it. I just feel like the texture of it, I like the color. The color tone is great. It's like this cooler toned, you know, contour shade. But when you blend it out, it's like almost like this greasy feeling that you don't want on your skin. You don't want like a greasy contour. It reminds me a lot of the NYX contour sticks that I also didn't like, where there's a highlight and a contour on either side. Didn't like those either because they just have this like waxy, greasy feel to them. So this was a no-go. Did not like it at all. I really like the MAC Quick Trick sticks. That's what I use all the time. This one was just not a good one for me. All right, the next are eye products, and then that's it for today. The Maybelline Master Precise Eye Studio. I really want to like this. You guys, I'm on a hunt. I mean, I don't even know why I'm on a hunt. The Wet n Wild and the e.l.f. liquid eyeliner are literally the best. They're the cheapest. I keep going for these like Maybelline and, you know, $12 liners. They're not good. So I like that it's felt tip. I like the shape. However, and it makes a nice black line. However, the tip never has product in it. That's the main thing that bothers me. When you're trying to do a winged liner, you need the product at the tip of this pen. You don't need it all way back up here in the chubby part. You need it in the bottom part so that you can flick your wing and drag it back, and you're not using like the fatter part. The little fine tip is where we need the product. However, it doesn't, look at, you try to do light wispy strokes and look at, you're barely getting anything. It's so frustrating. And so you can get, I mean, I guess if you're wanting to start at the base and try to like, nope, it just doesn't work. I don't like it. There's not enough product at the tip of the pen. So that one is a no-go for me. It's nice and black. If you don't do winged liner, it's a fine pen. However, I wanted it for winged liner and it just didn't work for me. The next, these are some like old school ones. I don't even know if they're even out anymore. If they come out, I'm gonna pass on them. I used to be so hardcore for these Maybelline color tattoos. Honestly, I don't really like them. Like I bought every shade, all of them, and then I realized I don't ever use them because when they go on my eyelid, unless you have like the smoothest, tightest eyelids, these will accentuate every line on your lid. Now, I don't have particularly like overly wrinkly eyelids, but I do have some fine lines in my eyelids, and I find that these color tattoos, these are the duochrome ones, like look how gorgeous that is. Isn't that beautiful? However, when it dries on my lid, it starts to crepe and it settles into the fine lines and then it flakes, like it flakes off, and that's not cute and I don't like it. So I never reach for these. I'm gonna just probably toss them all because I have like every shade and I never use them because I just have so much trouble getting them to blend on my lid. They swatch beautifully and they look so incredibly smooth and nice when you swatch them on your hand, but if you have any fine lines on your lid, it just settles into the fine lines and then it starts to flake off, and it's just not okay. These I regret buying, and I bought a ton of them and they weren't cheap. They were like 10 bucks a piece. So these I regret because they don't work unless you have super smooth eyelids, which I do. All right, the last thing, it's hard for me to say this is a crap product, but I'm gonna tell you all the reasons why it is a bit of a crap product. These are the Josie Maran Coconut Watercolor Eyeshadows. I love these, okay? I love them. I think they're very cool. The issue is if you do not use this all up, like really close to when you buy it, it'll have separation. So you're seeing that there's like liquid, right? The coconut water. Okay, maybe you can see it when I turn like this. I don't know, will it focus on that? All of the pigment is literally plastered to the bottom and it won't mix. So if you don't consistently like go in and mix these like once a week, they settle at the bottom and you can't get it mixed again. It's literally like all of the pigment is stuck at the bottom and it's really, really hard to mix them up again. So then you try to take it out to mix it and the sponge is glued into the pigment and you have no way of applying it. Every single one, I have 4 of these, every single one, the paddle applicator is glued down into the pigment and I have no way of retrieving my product. So that's a problem. These aren't cheap. They were like 20-something bucks. And now I can't use them and I can't even get into them because my applicator is glued to the bottom and this is just a bunch of coconut water with all my pigment being here. So what do I do? Exactly. That's why it's a crap product, because the packaging is awful and it doesn't allow you to actually use the product up. So if you have these, go give them a good shake, and I hope your applicator doesn't get stuck in the bottom like mine did. All 4 are stuck in the bottom of this. So that is my crap products video. I hope you enjoyed. Y'all seem to love these videos to know what products I don't like and why I don't like them. Like I said, if you love any of this stuff and it's your holy grail or you enjoy it, keep enjoying it. I think it's great. There's a lot of products that work for me that don't work for you, and that's okay. It's the beauty of makeup. Our hair is different, our skin is different, our expectations are different. What we're wanting a product to do for us is all different. So that's what's kind of fun, is some people are going to love, like y'all, love this foundation. Just didn't work for me, and that's okay. To me, it was a crap product and I regret buying it. But if it works for you, I think that's fantastic, and I'm lucky you didn't waste your money and you like what you actually purchased. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye!